What's going on, everybody? This is Dan with Toolbox Talking. Today we're going to be doing a little bit more of the slot car stuff. I'd like to do a little bit of a home tour with you guys. We ain't going to do any history or anything like that today, since we already did a segment on that. And we got a little segment on how to clean and maintain. So today our segment is just going to be basic throttle control, your basic how to bank corners, how to race, how to keep your momentum going, how to get good lap times, and just overall basic how to race and play and have a good time with your friends. So stick around, let's get over to the table. What's going on, race fans? It's Dan with Toolbox Talking. Welcome to Race Show. Basically, so my style of racing is I like anything from hot muscle cars to imported exotics to your basic tune-ups. I love them all. I love anything from Hot Wheel size to your 143 scale size to your 132s, which are a little bit larger. They come with the headlights and taillights, a little bit more detail. At the moment, as you can see, I got it on free play, so you can see how everything works and everything. A couple of good vehicles going here, and I can't say that I've had any complaints with Carrera tracks. Had a great time with Carrera. Very solid, very universal with all the cars. Everything works really well with them. However, not that I'm downing Tyco at AFX, which is HO size. HO are these little guys. Cool little pieces. This is where it really all started with the Thunder Jets of these size. And man, these things rip. Talking about going 0 to 130 miles per hour in under a half a second. Pretty cool stuff. All started with like tracks going on the walls, double hoop loops, glow in the dark tracks were pretty cool. Then it evolved into these larger tracks, which come with a little bit more power, a little bit larger controllers, a little bit more juice to be able to push these big guys. These are your basic 132s. Cool slot car sizes. For the reason that you're able to add a lot of detail to these things. As you can see, beautiful little thing right there. See if I can get a light over here for us. Here we go. Check that out, guys. That's a neat little piece, I'd say. A lot of detail in it. Here, let's see if I can get a zoom on that for you. Oh yeah, look at that. So anyways, what I was saying is a lot of detail, gives them room to be able to create a lot of detail all the way down to the disc brakes, to the headlights, the taillights. They work. You can pop them off. The wiring you have to do when they do get relatively messed up. They're basic wear and tear. I mean, when you play with them, you use them, you beat them up, and they crash and they smash, and you got to replace them, you know? And that's just typically what happens when you're using slot cars. Now, I've noticed personally that the 132s are a little bit more delicate than the 143s. So if you're just starting out, HOs, 143s, great size to start. They're good to bang up, they're good size to see, they go really fast, and I don't seem to have a lot of trouble with the maintenance on them. With the 143s, like I said, the shells are a little bit more real plastic. They start with the headlights and taillights, so the detail starts kicking in, so the delicacy starts kicking in a little bit more. You got kits like these. This is your Carrera 143 scales. Great sets. You see a lot of these sets at your Targets. You can also get them at your basic Hobby Lobbies. I've seen them at too. Great set. So you have the larger scale ones, which are the 143s. You get these little suckers that are muscle cars. This is your Falcon. Little police cars with the police light in there. Pretty neat little unit there. Great little muscle car. Then you got your McLarens. Then you got your typical Audis. I got a great Audi. I'd love to show you guys. Check this little bad boy out. Neat little unit. I love this sucker. Now this Audi right here, I haven't seen a lot of Audis looking that sharp. That's a sharp car right there. When I came across this unit and I saw it, I could not get it. It had to be part of the collection. Now I want to show you guys something else. Check out this Ford. Not sure what model the Ford is. I can't remember what it was called, but I'll tell you what. It's a Ford Capri. This thing is gnarly. I mean, one of the probably coolest track cars that I've got for a Ford, let alone a track car. Very, very cool piece. This one, I believe, has headlights and taillights. Lights up really great. The rims are really realistic. You can see that there. I know the camera here is kind of horrible because I'm trying to really focus on the track for you guys. But yeah, that's the general idea of the 143s and how detailed they come, and how gorgeous they are. Now, this is considered a 132. However, I would say they're a little bit larger. This is a Carrera. Beautiful, beautiful unit I found. It's a Jaguar D-Type, and it wasn't the case. Still unopened when I found it. I have a hard time opening this beautiful thing because honestly, it's probably one of my collectibles of this. Now this Ford GT40, beautiful little unit right here, made by Scale Electrics. This is again 143 scale, 132, excuse me. Does have headlights. However, the tail lights do not work in this one. I don't know if it was factory like that or if it's something that I gotta go and finish with, but it's a relatively new piece, so something for me to look into. Great unit, by the way. Hauls, goes really fast, really sticks to the track. The durability to it, you can flip them and it stays. There's no little mirrors or anything like that to break off, so great piece to be able to race with. Then you got the McLaren GTR, F1 GTR. This is one of my favorites. Now, this is what I'm talking about, delicacy when it gets to these 132s. You can see the little antenna on top there. Those tend to like to go, and these are very delicate. So 1 to 2 flips on these things, and you're tending to going to break one of these things. So you want to make sure you're a little bit more of a novice racer before you get your hands on something like this. Only because it's delicate, not because you need to know how to race. You can race however you want, but if you really appreciate your cars that you get, then you might want to have a little bit more skill before you go and take something this delicate out on the track. Great piece, by the way. Goes very fast, and it does light all up. A little bit out of handle for a lot, so you got to make sure you do race for some time. Now, these are the 143s, which I like. They like to grab right a hold of the track. See what I'm saying? I mean, that thing is, it's almost double what we're doing for this thing. And these little 143s, that's the inside track. So now if I grab the outside, I'll rip with him too. The outside likes to tear up pretty fast. So once you get a little novice on this, you can be able to rip around the corners with these things. However, when you first start doing these things, guys, I'm telling you, no matter how much you think you'd be able to use these things to use your RC cars, you've got to move yourself into it. You got to learn them. You got to feel it. You got to learn the controllers. Even on different tracks, people's tracks are different. So when you bring in your car to somebody else's track, you don't know what they're pushing for amperage or voltage. So you want to kind of feel out the controller in the track as well, everywhere you go. So that'll minimize the damage on your cars. I don't do a lot of traveling with my cars. However, I do like to do a lot of testing with my cars before I go and purchase them. Just for the mere fact that I would like to make sure they grip, they move, the lights, everything works for the most part, except for the ones that like I buy new on eBay or online and I get them and they're already defective, then I have to address the issue then. But for the most part, me and my stepson and all my other boys, they like to come down here. We do this for hours, just racing. Matter of fact, I think one just get out of bed. Hey, Brian, good morning. And yeah, this is pretty much what we spend our day doing. Brian, you want to come and join us and come race a little with me? So as I was saying, yeah, this is a good pastime to do with your family, friends. Maintenance is easy. Great to teach the kids how to do the maintenance, because once you get them to understand how to take and maintain something and appreciate something, they start treating it with a little bit more respect, especially when they spend their own money on something that they really want, like a stock car of their own. With that being said, I guess, folks, I'm going to get down to it now that I got little guy up with me, and we're going to get some racing on. So you guys enjoy your lockdown week. I know it's kind of tough, and enjoy each other's company, and spend some time with each other, huh? Thanks. Take care, guys.